Take your time. There we go. Hello, hello, mis cielitos, and welcome back. Rosh and Coco are here, and we are continuing Ace Attorney Investigations 2.
Hello, Chardon. That's a lot of books, sir. It's kinda intimidating if you ask me.
Intimidating? What could be more welcoming than a good book detective?
Guess that depends. I got to tune out my life in a library back in the day for running laps inside it. This isn't really a library, is it? So maybe I can jog around a little, walk off some of the anxiety.
Something tells me that if I don't stop him, he might very well start running around and around.
That's an intimidating amount of books, me looking at my reading list for any week. Someone spilled their juice.
Looks like delicious cranberry juice. It's a statue of the goddess of justice.
You should know your stuff, sir. So, does she dole out blessings or what?
And she's not that kind of goddess, detective. She's a symbol of the sanctity of the law. The scales represents justice, the sword retribution, and the blindfold shows her impartiality. Ah, nooks and crannies. There's a pool of blood here at the foot of the statue. Judging by the amount and how it has spread, I'd say this is where the victim was killed.
But the body's on that table behind us, sir. How come?
I can only surmise the killer must have moved it for some reason after committing the murder. Sorry to intrude. Oh.
Oh!
Hello.
Was not expecting her?
Nope.
Who are? Huh? What's that, Grandma? I know that voice anywhere. That's Von Karma's little girl. Oh, so you two know each other?
It has been too long, Grandma Hutz. And you as well, Mouse Edgeworth. What's she doing here? Franziska von Karma is the daughter of Manfred von Karma and a prosecutor like myself. These days, she's mainly been working with Interpol, though I thought she was supposed to be abroad. Don't look so...
One. Hey!
I was thinking it. Don't look so surprised. Where my investigations lead, I follow, no matter where in the world that might be. Which means there must be some kind of international angle to this case, yes? You know full well that I've been pursuing a certain smuggling ring. And that I won't step until it has been destroyed and its ill-gotten goods recovered. So the smuggling ring is involved, then? That information is to be shared on a need-to-know basis. And you don't need to know. I see she means to be as helpful as ever.
Miss Von Karma, was it? Grandma wants to tell you something. I'm about done here. Scene's all yours.
In that case, we'd like to examine the body ourselves too, if you wouldn't mind.
I mind plenty. I remember when I heard about you now, you dad varmint. Don't need no soon-to-be ex-prosecutor messing the place up. Go on, get... Just remember it's not me saying this stuff, okay? Please, Granny, it's important. Who you calling a granny, little missy? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you.
This is going nowhere. I didn't want to have to do this, but... Francisca, I need you to aid us in this investigation. We have to see that body up close, or we'll never learn the truth about what happened to Kay. As in... Kay Faraday.
Please, you gotta help us out here. Kay needs us.
I don't know what you're up to, but... Very well.
I knew she had a gooey caramel centre.
Yes. Thank you. You won't regret it. Of course, I expect to receive a full explanation when I grow you later.
We owe you, sir. Big time.
I wasn't talking to you, Scrappy.
Ah!
Well, Grandma Hutz, will you allow them to examine the body?
I ain't about to say no to an international big shot like yourself, hun. But are you sure about this? Yeah, I agree with Grandma. Are you sure you're sure?
Of course I'm sure. It's my prerogative to judge the whole world in my name. That's just common sense. Of the extremely arrogant sort, perhaps.
Say it yourself, but don't say I didn't warn you. No, you heard her. Try not to get fired, okay?
Don't worry. It'll take a lot more than this to ruin my reputation should things turn sour. Unlike me, who's on the verge of losing my badge.
Her Yuri with Verity Gavelle would be so toxic.
How's your investigation going, officer?
Great, sir. To tell you the truth, I'd forgotten all about my work and decided to focus on daydreaming. That couldn't have been more perfectly lined up. They say if you think in pictures instead of words, it's really good for the right side of your brain, so...
That will be quite enough.
Oh, I got the yak immediately. Get out of my way, gumshoe.
You pesky kids want something?
Nurse Needler, could you tell me a little more about your relationship with Dr. Hertz?
Sure, let's see. Well, I've lived with her since I was little. If I got lost while I was out playing, she'd come looking for me till the sun went down. If I fell over and grazed my knees, she'd watched over me till I found the strength to pick myself up.
That's quite the heartwarming tale. A very classic grandmother-grandchild relationship.
And once I became a nurse, if I stuck a needle in the wrong place, she'd say, "Not there, you bonehead, there!" And then she'd pull it right out and...
I felt that, Paul. Can we stop talking about needles now?
Anyway, so, yeah, I can do any kind of nursing thing I need for Grandma now.
Thank you. That was a very thorough answer indeed. Even if the story didn't end on a heartwarming note, it's nice that they share such a close bond, I suppose.
You must be the best coroner in town, Dr. Hertz. I bet you can spot a cause of death in seconds and get it right every time, huh?
What do you know about cornering, you big galoot? You don't know the first dang thing!
Ouch.
You'll have to forgive the detective, Dr. Hertz. I'll make sure he learns not to say such presumptuous things.
I'm really sorry, I said Hertz because I was still in Eddie mode where I see a word and pronounce it wrong.
As if I care. You shut your pie hole and listen, Mr. Smarty Pants. Spotting a cause of death correctly in seconds is my bread and butter. Which is why the one thing that gets my goat worse than anything is folks getting in my danged way. I think that's all she wanted to say. Satisfied?
Absolutely. Thank you very much. All we want to do is examine the body for clues. We'll do our best to stay out of your way. I imagine it's because of how seriously she takes her work that she reacts so, colorfully to us.
Hertz Hospital is the finest medical institution in the land. It would have to be with Grandma in charge. How about it? You look like you could use some R&R. You sure do, and you're in luck. We got us an empty suite or two with fancy hot tubs on all right now.
Thank you, but as you can see, we're in perfectly fine health. We won't be needing a room at the hospital.
Yep, fit as fiddles and strong as oxes. That's our motto, right, sir?
It may be your detective. I'd like to think I have a little more going for me than that.
That doesn't matter. Hertz Hospital welcomes the hale and the hearty, too. Our healthy? So what? Stay anyway campaign is in full swing and going great.
She went a little key there, I'm sorry.
Not sick or injured? That's nice. Your room is half the price.
Nothing on earth could convince me to spend a night in a hospital for pleasure.
This is a one-time offer, you know, so how about it? Come stay at the happiest hospital in town. This is deranged.
Yes. I'm like, half the price. Oh, that's still my entire life savings.
A hot tub does sound pretty good. And half price. This might be too good to miss. Gumshoe, you know the NHS. Don't fall for it, Gumshoe.
Seriously, detective? Yes, what is it? A murder in the trial chamber of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. This is serious. I did you the favor of allowing you to investigate further. I'll be expecting results. And you'll get them. Would I still be here if I didn't think I could deliver? Come to think of it. Why were you here in the first place? So she doesn't know I was summoned before the committee.
That's a long story. Longer than the night time and deeper than the sea. How about we save Mr. Edgeworth the trouble and I'll tell you.
On second thought, I don't care why you are here. What's important is that we solve the case in front of us. Agreed? Wholeheartedly.
Wait, but you were the one who asked in the Ah!
What's that saying again? Whip first, think later. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, that sounds like the one I know. But you can't make it the other way just for me! She likes it. She gets off on it.
What are you doing here, Francisca? I thought you were working abroad on something with Interpol. Wouldn't you like to know? But that's top secret, and I have neither the need nor the obligation to tell you. I thought she'd say as much. Anyway, never mind that. There's a prosecutor in charge of this case. Not that I know who's been assigned, but I was hoping they'd take care of the legwork for me. Yet they haven't even bothered to show up. What in the world could they be doing?
Oh my god, I can't wait to see her with Eustace.
Oh no! Oh no! I even.
Oh, I'm not the prosecutor's keeper, sir.
It's hardly fair to whip people who don't deserve it, Francisca. Do it more. What use is a whip if you don't use it, And who better to use it on than anybody who isn't giving 110%? Excuse you! Gumshoe is constantly at a 200%, thank you very much.
Yeah. Gumshoe's trying too hard.
Yeah. I may not know who's been assigned yet either, but I 110% feel for them already. I couldn't help but notice that you seem to be acquainted with Dr. Hertz. How very astute of you, Miles Edgeworth. Yes, I know her. Once upon a time, we... never mind.
Were they lovers?
He doesn't seem keen to talk about it. Perhaps I'd better leave it for now. Edgeworth, did you forget that your sister got shot?
Yeah, you probably did.
Oh, Christ.
What happened, sir? What happened once upon a time? You can't not tell us now. He's asking for it at this point. He knows. He knows she's gonna do it.
Yeah. Only a foolish fool foolishly pries into another person's business. Now hold your tongue, Scrappy, or you'll get more than a mere tongue lashing.
It's a bit late for that.
Spare the whip, spoil the child. A whip in time saves 9. Didn't you go to school, you whipless wonder? Yes, it seems that leaving it alone was the right choice after all.
No, they've definitely got something happening, but no, it's... He knows. He knows at this point. Well, one thing's for certain. This isn't Kay. She doesn't even look like her.
I think we knew that already, Detective. Well, Kay's standing right over there after all. The victim looks to be in her 30s. She's wearing a white suit.
Could be she worked in one of the offices here in the building.
Perhaps. But for now, she remains unidentified. The question is, why did the police seem to think her name was Kay? I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention.
No nook nor cranny unturned. You think this could be the murder weapon?
A 3-armed candelabrum. The victim suffered the same number of puncture wounds to the chest. Puncture wounds that could very well have been made by these spikes.
A candle album?
Not quite, Detective. A candelabrum. A candle holder, in other words.
Ah, gotcha. That reminds me. I forgot to pay my electricity bill once a while back and I had to live by candlelight for a whole month.
Who does that in this day and age?
He was in a bothy. I was holidaying with my grandparents up in the Outer Hebrides.
The victim's hair is caked with blood.
Looks like she was hit with something, huh?
Unfortunately, it's too early to say for certain. Perhaps an answer will turn up as we investigate further. There's something pinned to the jacket here. A piece of magenta fabric.
Whatever it was, it looks like it was torn off pretty roughly.
It doesn't look as if there's anything in the chest pocket.
Nothing except this hole right here!
By the look of how the fabric was torn, I think it was pierced by something sharp.
Can't keep your coins in there now, they don't fall right out.
Have you never heard of a change purse, Detective?
Sure have, sir. It's another word for a pocket, right?
I give up. A pure white jacket with a deep red stain in its lapel. This jacket, the buttons are on the wearer's right-hand side.
What's so weird about that? Buttons always go on the right, no?
Not on women's clothing. Traditionally, the buttons would be on the left.
I can't wear button-ups because of my shape, so I can't go and contest that.
I have no idea. I've never paid attention.
Like I always say, sir, you sure know your stuff.
This is common knowledge, detective. What kind of fools wouldn't know that?
Hey, man.
Nothing else seems amiss. Are they gonna explain that? Wait.
No, he's just gay.
What's in the pockets?
A pair of gloves, also white.
They don't seem to be soiled in any way. I imagine they must belong to the victim. It seems she suffered a serious burn to her hand at some point.
You think it has something to do with how she died?
No, the scar's too old for that. I would imagine it happened some time ago. She's holding something. Detective, could you open her hand for me?
Yes, sir. Right away. What's that? Wait, I know. It's a loyalty card, probably from a store. Ow!
It's a key card.
Oh, why, sir? Why?
The question we should be asking is, what does it open?
Her jacket.
This book?
But that's Kay's promise notebook. That's where she wrote down all the promises she made to her dad. I haven't seen this in a while.
Indeed.
Kay's promises to Daddy. Promise 1, never take things from a stranger. Promise 2, never go anywhere with a stranger.
A book of vows made by a child to her father.
Promise 3, always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Promise 4, never cry in front of strangers.
Fucked up.
Promise 5, always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand.
But what exactly is it doing here?
Fucked up, kind based. In order. Oh, I just remember something Detective Bad told me a few years back. He said something precious to Kay had disappeared from the station.
What? Evidence went missing from police custody.
Detective Barry said he looked for it everywhere, but no dice.
What could this mean? Why did it turn up here of all places? You there? What do we know about this detective? This notebook officer? Where the fuck did I get detective from?
The victim was holding it when they found her, sir. It was the only thing with any kind of name on it at the time.
So that's how she became Kay.
Talk about a red herring. Still doesn't explain how she ended up with it, though.
If only we had a few more leads on the victim's true identity. Alright.
Guess we gotta deduce something. Oh, oops. Oops. Cookie. When in doubt, cookie.
Alright, what do we got?
That'll be the corsage, right? Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Judging by its appearance, I'd say that the flower Kay was carrying. originally belonged to the victim.
Yeah, now that you mention it, it does look like it's made out of the same fabric.
Indeed. Let's make a closer comparison.
The tone edges match up exactly. You've got one heck of an eye, sir.
If the flower belonged to the victim, this implies a connection between the victim and Kay Faraday. Furthermore, it appears that the flower was torn off with considerable force. Kay Faraday was involved in the incident somehow, and based on what we're seeing here, we may have no choice but to treat her as our main suspect.
What? But there's no way she could have done this. I can't even begin to imagine it. There isn't a murderous bone in her body.
Nevertheless, we lack the evidence to disprove such an assertion. For the moment, we're simply considering all the possibilities. Isn't that right, Miles Edgeworth? For better or for worse? Yes.
Yes, sir. Didn't take long for Miss Von Carver to start waving her whip around her. I tried keeping my distance, but she's too quick. Can't get out of the way in time.
I wouldn't bother, Detective. Sometimes the more you try to move away, the more the whip seems to find its mark.
Yeah, it's enough to make you want to give up altogether. Should know. So jolly about it. I've been smacked around by Miss Von Karma at least as much as you, sir.
Infinitely more.
I would argue.
Good for you.
So the victim had Kay's old notebook, huh?
She did, which is why they thought her name was K2.
Talk about jumping to conclusions, or arrest somebody for that.
If you're keen to arrest somebody, Detective, how about you look for and arrest the murderer?
Ouch, I was totally going to help with that too, sir.
Yes, I suppose all he can offer at this point is help. In any case, there may still be clues we've missed. Let's take another look at the body. Carefully.
I wonder how Kay lost her memory.
Yes, I'm afraid we still don't know enough at the moment to figure that out. But the victim did have Kay's promised notebook in her possession, which suggests that Kay might have some kind of connection to this case.
So if Kay gets her memory back, it might lead to some huge breakthrough in the investigation?
I'm not so sure the outlook is quite that rosy.
Oh, I just thought a way we could cure Kay's amnesia when I hear.
I can already tell it's going to be terrible. So no. In fact, do me a favor and lock it away deep inside.
But sir, just listen, okay? First we get a great big mallet, then I'll take aim for one big black and...
Turn the key now, Detective! Turn it and throw it away!
Kay would all like the idea.
She would, 100%.
Kay would be like, I'll hold the mallet.
I don't know how those would go together.
Worth a shot. Holy shit, it worked! I would imagine that the victim's keycard probably grants access to this room. Wouldn't you?
Let me go find out, sir. I'm back! They found some details on that keycard in the security system. It's for this room, just like you said.
So the victim was able to enter and exit this chamber freely. Assuming that the keycard actually belonged to her, yes. Indeed. And with that, we will end this episode right here. Thank you all so very much for coming on by. Hope you have a wonderful time zone wherever you are, and as always, please do take care of yourselves and each other. Toodaloo-hoo!
Cheery!